There are some mistakes you can only make once. And for Funmi, she made hers on the morning of the harvest festival. Funmi was the most beautiful girl in the village of Ayetoro. Men admired her, women envied her, and Funmi knew it. She walked like the river, proud, graceful, untouchable. But beauty had made her arrogant. She mocked the elders. She laughed at the poor. And not once did she humble herself before anyone. The elders warned her mother, saying, "A tree that refuses to bend in the storm will one day break." Her mother wept. Funmi only laughed. On the morning of the harvest festival, Funmi walked alone to the market. When she reached the crossroads, that sacred place where worlds are said to meet, she saw an old woman standing there. She was bent with age, frail, wrapped in purple and black cloth that moved like smoke in the wind. The old woman stretched out her hand and said, "Daughter, help me cross." Funmi looked at her and laughed. "Old woman, I am not your servant. Cross by yourself." At once, the crossroads fell silent. No birds sang. No wind blew. Even the dust seemed to freeze in the air. Then the old woman slowly lifted her head. Her eyes were not the eyes of a human being. They were storm clouds. They were lightning. They were the darkness that comes before death. And when she spoke, her voice came from every direction at once. "I am Oya, keeper of the wind, guardian of the boundary between life and death. And you, child, have just laughed in the face of your ancestors." The earth trembled beneath Funmi's feet. The sky turned gray like ash. Oya raised one hand. At once, Funmi felt a terrible cold rising through her body, from her feet to her chest, as though unseen roots were dragging her into the ground. Oya said, "You will walk between the world of the living and the world of the dead, until you learn the humility you refused to give." Funmi tried to scream, but no sound came out. Terrified, she ran back to the village. But when she arrived, no one saw her. Her mother looked straight through her. Her friends passed her like she was empty air. She could see them, she could hear them, but to them she no longer existed. She was there, and yet she was gone. For 3 days and 3 nights Funmi wandered unseen. She watched her village mourn her. She heard her mother call her name into the darkness. And for the first time in her life, Funmi felt something stronger than pride. Shame. At last, she returned to the crossroads. She fell to her knees and cried, "Oya, forgive me. I was the one who needed help all along. I was simply too proud to know it." The wind rose around her. Purple cloth swirled through the air. Then Oya's voice came again. Softer now, like rain after fire. "The ones who bow are the ones who survive the storm. Rise, child. But remember this day for the rest of your life." Funmi opened her eyes. She was back, alive, standing in the village square. But from that day on, she was never the same again. The elders say, "Pride is a fire that burns the house it lives in." Oya does not punish to destroy. She punishes to teach. And those who truly learn are changed forever. So tell me, how many of us are walking through life invisible simply because we are too proud to bow? If the story moved you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. And subscribe to the Griot's Flame, where the fire of ancient Africa never dies.